Will the Bengals take down the Chiefs on Sunday and establish themselves as not only the reigning AFC champs, but the favorites to repeat as AFC champions? Let's get into our keys to victory and a prediction for Sunday's matchup. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to Cincinnati Bengals Talk. I'm James Rapine of allbengals.com. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and check out all of the content that we've brought you this week, from Bengals on the Brain with Joe Goodberry, which explained Lou Anarumo's defense, which we're certainly going to talk about in this video, to the OT with Elise Jesse, which on Thursday night, if you missed it, from Jamar Chase to a great conversation with former first rounder and former Bengals wide receiver Tim McGee, to talking with Ted Karras, to talking with Von Bell, and everything that's going on with Jordan Reed. Oh, wait, his name's Justin. See, I got it right. I just poke a little fun since clearly Justin doesn't know names. No, all right, I'll stop because Hayden Hurst did enough of that. The point is if you want all the trash talk in the behind the scenes, we had that covered for you all week too, from the OT with Elise Jesse to the full interview with Hayden Hurst and so much more. Jamar Chase earlier this week. And when we dive into our keys to victory right now, let's start with Jamar Chase. The Bengals need Jamar Chase for matchups like this. We can talk about T. Higgins being a number one, and that's fine. That's good. That's great. He would be the number one receiver in Kansas City. He would be the number one receiver on not just the let's just look at the AFC North, not just the Ravens, not just the Browns. And I do think he would be the number one receiver on the Browns. Certainly the Steelers. He's a number one. There's no denying it. But you need all of your playmakers when you're going to take on Andy Reid, when you're going to take on Patrick Mahomes, when you're going to take on Travis Kelce, right? You see the Bearcat helmet above me right here? You see that? Travis Kelce, I've watched him for a long time. I was at the dude's pro day. I never thought he would become this, which is the best tight end in the NFL. And what does Jamar Chase have to do with that? Well, key number one, this Bengals offense is going to have to score a lot of points on Sunday if they are going to beat this Kansas City Chiefs team, this Kansas City Chiefs offense. And the Bengals, they've shown that they can do it without Jamar. They've shown that they could overcome not having Joe Mixon. By the way, it is the right call to put Joe Mixon at running back again. I know there's been some Samaje Perine hype and all that, and that's great. But this offense has to be just unstoppable. I think that's when you went and added the offensive lineman that you did this offseason, you did it why? So this offense could stop being in neutral half the game and then the other half having to overcome the trenches. Well, the trenches have gotten better and they're going to be tested this week. But if they can hold up, this offense has to perform, and it has to perform at a really, really high level. And having Jamar Chase is a big part of that. So this may sound like a simple key, but it's a huge key. This is not going to be a 2017 game. So for the offense, 30 plus is the minimum for Sunday. You need 30 plus points this week minimum if you're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And, we can do key 1A or key 2, however you want to do it. Usually I do 3 keys. It feels like more of a 4-key week. Key 2, can't let Chris Jones wreck the game now. Can't let him do it. Can't let Carlos Dunlap come back to Paycor Stadium and not that he's anything but a role player now, but you can't let him have an impact. You can't let these guys get after Burrow. And they got after Burrow in both games last year. The Bengals overcame it. They overcame it at Paycor Stadium in January in week 17. But you remember Burrow had his nameplate ripped off. You know why? Because Chris Jones and company were getting after him. He was getting hit. He was getting drilled. Can't have that on Sunday. He was getting crushed, well, somewhat in the AFC title game. The difference is Joe Burrow was a slippery wizard and was able to navigate the pocket and get away from Chris Jones and run. The third down run was insane. I still remember that, like it was yesterday. And some days it feels like yesterday. Some days it feels like it was 5 years ago. But in late January, when he got away from Chris Jones, ran for a first down, that crucial third down play, really huge moment. You need that, but hopefully you don't even need to resort to that, because the interior of this Bengals offensive line is held up against some good interior pass rushers, from Cam Hayward and guys like that to last week. you're dealing with Jeffrey Simmons. So key one, got to score 30 plus with Jamar Chase, hopefully back in the lineup. Feels like he's going to play. Key two, protect Joe Burrow. Now let's get to the defense, because to me, this defense has been solid. Has been solid. They were good last week. They were good the week before. But this is a different test, because now you don't have Chidobe Awuzie and you're facing a team that loves to pass it. And by loves to pass it, they love to sling that thing all over. And when you have a team like that, you either got to be able to cover, you got to be able to rush, or you got to be able to do both. And the hope is that you can do both. And the Bengals, in crucial moments last year, were able to do both against these Chiefs. Now, they didn't do it consistently, but in big moments, Sam Hubbard, Trey Hendrickson, BJ Hill had a big play. They were able to do that. Can they do that this week? Can they get after Patrick Mahomes? Can they contain Patrick Mahomes in the pocket? Don't let him get outside where he can do his little flip or his little jump shot or his little free. He's a wizard. He's crazy good. I just used wizard twice in the same video. The point is, he's really good when you get him outside the pocket and he can move around. And he's not a running quarterback. He's a quarterback that can run. And he can make any throw. And I think the tough part about this Chiefs offense, and the reason you have to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, he'll throw it anywhere. Now it's not, Kelce and then Tyreek Hill and that's it. Oh, no. Now it's, all right, well, Kelce's the first look, but I'm going to have a running back over here. I have confidence in Juju Smith-Schuster. Marquez Valdes-Scantling is going to go deep. And they don't have Kadarius Toney this week. Doesn't feel like he's going to play. He's missed all week due to a hamstring injury. So that's good. To me, you got to get heat on Patrick Mahomes. That is the equalizer. I can't ask, Cam Taylor-Britt to beat Chidobe Awuzie. I can't ask Eli Apple to beat Chidobe Awuzie. So you're down in that area. So flip it. All right. Get some heat on Patrick Mahomes. And what will that lead to? Key number 4, you have to force some turnovers. The Bengals have not forced any turnovers the past couple of weeks. Part of that is bad luck. You force the fumble on Derrick Henry and it's recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. I get it. But you have to find a way to win this turnover battle. Find a way to force 2 or 3 turnovers. Protect the ball on offense, win 2 or 3 on defense, and get the ball back to your offense and make it easier. If you can do those things, you're going to be in great, great shape. And if you can do 3 or 4 of those things, you're going to be in pretty good shape. So those are the keys. I got to tell you, though, this Rivertown Inkery swag that I got, this crew neck, it is nice and comfortable. Recording in the home office. So make sure you get the rivertowninkery.com. Check it out. They're 10 minutes from downtown. If you're coming in town for the game, all you have to do is go up to Oakley. It's right there on Madison Road. I've been to the store a bunch of times. Doug and his crew is awesome. And so whether Doug's there, whether one of his crew members is there, it is going to be an experience, because they have all types of Cincinnati stuff that you'll love. And not just Cincinnati. It's high quality gear, merchandise, glasses, Tiger Rocks glasses, pint glasses. You want, some college flavor. You want some, from UC to Xavier. They got that. You want some, orange and black flavor. They got that too. So make sure you check them out at rivertowninkery.com or go there today. You have my keys. Now it's time to give my prediction. And a lot of you aren't going to like this, but for the first time this year, I'm picking against the Bengals. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't think this game is going to be like the first 2 last year. And I say the first 2 because it feels like this series is going to go on forever. Burrow and Mahomes. Like Tyler Boyd said, it's kind of like Brady and Manning. I agree. It feels that way. Burrow has a 2-0 lead. Brady won his first 6. Shout out to my man Mike Petralia for that data point. First 6 against Manning. I don't think Burrow gets to 6-0 against Mahomes. I think he falls to 2-1. And for a few reasons. One, Jamar Chase just coming back. Is he 100%? Is he less than 100%? Can he play a full allotment of snaps? I'm not sure, but that is a factor. When your best player, not named Joe Burrow, is potentially less than 100%. And I feel like that's realistic. At best, he's a little rusty, and 100%. At worst, he's not 100% and he is rusty. And so we'll see. Not that I don't think he's going to play. I do. And I think he can have an impact. But I don't know if he's going to be the Jamar that we saw week 17 last year, for example, or in the AFC title game with the biggest play of the game, which it probably was, the touchdown on the fade route, which was just insane and kind of gets lost in the shuffle of that game. So that's a factor. I think this offense needs to be awesome to get wins like this against teams like this. And I think with Jamar less than 100%, I think they're going to be really good, but the defense isn't built to stop this Patrick Mahomes-led team. I don't think they're going to get enough pressure. And if he has time to sit back there, he's going to find the open man more times than not. So I'm going to take the Bengals a lot more this year. I've taken them all year long. Do not crush me, but I'm taking the Chiefs 34-31 in a tight one. I don't think either team has a huge edge. I don't think anyone rushes out to a 14-0 lead or anything like that. The Bengals are confident. They're feeling good about themselves, and I think they're going to play well. I just think it's going to be a back-and-forth game that ultimately ends with the Chiefs getting it done late in the fourth quarter. So we'll see. Maybe they make me eat my words. Right now I'm 7-4 on my predictions this year from a record standpoint. So who knows? Maybe I'll fall to 7-5 and the Bengals will advance to 8-4. If that happens, I'll eat the crow. Regardless, though, we have you covered here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So ring the bell, hit that subscribe button, and buckle up because we're going to be there at Paycor Stadium. It is the biggest game of the year so far. Man, I'm excited for this game, and we're going to have you covered. So subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. And until next time, for Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapine signing off on CBT, Cincinnati Bengals Talk.